What is the most ridiculous thing you've seen someone do in an attempt to get laid? I was at a party where a guy was really into me. We flirted a bit and made out, but clearly he was hoping for more. When I told him I was going home, he literally shouted, "Wait. I have a 9-inch thick dick," in a desperate, final attempt to seduce me. I think it's hilarious looking back on it. The only thing I wonder is, was it a 9-inch thick dick or a 9-inch thick dick? Yo baby, I got a dick like a can of coffee. You open it and pour boiling water on what's inside every morning? A buddy in college was dating this girl for a few weeks. He announces to us that she agreed to have sex with him, but she wanted a nice date night first. Anyway, a few days before the scheduled date, she has to cancel because her grandmother died and she has to go to the funeral. He immediately went over to her place to convince/beg her to skip the funeral. I was thinking he'll try to sleaze in while she was grieving, but this. What the fuck is you thinking, son? Thinking with the wrong head, clearly. I just don't think you should be alone right now. My buddy Esteban met a girl in college who was into Metro Men. So he shaved his armpits and eyebrows, and painted on fake eyebrows and put on makeup and a tight tank top and some skinny jeans and went to our frat party like that. He didn't get laid, but he got a ton of attention from the gay guy Victor. Classic Esteban. That's Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez to you. But was Victor victorious? I feel like Esteban could have turned the situation into a win if he had been a little less picky. I been to a strip club once when I was 25, and that was because it was a high school friend's bachelor party and I was coerced and cajoled into going. Some time goes by and many beers get had, and this really beautiful stripper, like she was one of the prettiest women I had ever seen, starts kinda singling me out. Always pays me the most attention out of the group when she's making her rounds, making small talk, etc. So after a little bit of this, she leans over and says, "I've got a break in a few minutes. Gonna be around? I'd like to talk some more without so many distractions," or something like that. So she comes by and pulls me aside and we're chatting. I tell her a little about me and what I studied in college and where I work and stuff. She's telling me about her majoring in organic chemistry, but she wanted to go to music school and study jazz, blah blah blah. This chick is gorgeous and smart. Oh hell yeah. I'm cool and collected on the outside, but inside my mind is racing. Could I really date a stripper? Would I get jealous? I mean, she's already a stripper, it's not like it's a surprise or anything. I know this about her and I already like her, so I guess yeah. I start thinking about waking up with her next to me, what it would be like going to museums and shows with her, the sex, oh my god, the sex. Fuke, Gozer, be cool. You've got this. You're gonna keep throwing that charm at her, get her number by the end of the night, she's definitely wanting you to take her on a date at least. This chick likes me. I was buzzing. I think my feet were floating a millimeter or two off the floor. And after a few minutes, she says, "So, can I give you a lap dance?" I tell her I just gave her the last of all my money when she was on the bar. Before I could even finish the sentence, she lets out a sharp ugh, whips around and stomps away. I stood there and said to myself, oh yeah. She's a stripper. I'm in a strip club. That's the thing. Smack my head. Oh well, I think to myself. One for the spank bank anyhow. Life lesson learned tonight. Then shortly after, our bachelor is so wasted he reaches across the bar and sticks his finger in a stripper's vagina. She snaps to her knees, grabs him by the hair and threatens to cut his balls off. Immediately, two giant marble pillars of guys appear behind us to see what the commotion is all about. We scoop the bachelor up off the bar stool and whisk him out to the car and beat it out of there post haste. Then we drive home for a half hour, 5 dudes with boners and no women and no money. Never had the urge to go back. Some dude in high school came to a bunch of girls and said, "Hey babes, I found the solution to end the period's pains, Just get pregnant if you want, I can help with that. He got detention for harassment. An early boyfriend of mine convinced me that sex cures period cramps. He was kinda right, but only during sex. When I complained afterwards that my cramps had come back, he just said he didn't say it was permanent. Well, he didn't lie, I guess. My dad just cashed in his $14,000 retirement package so he can go marry his girlfriend in Ghana that he met online 6 months ago on a pro-Trump Facebook group. My family is sure he's about to get scammed, but nobody has been able to stop him or convince him otherwise. Looking forward to his 90-Day Fiancé episodes. If he is traveling himself, he can get murdered or kidnapped. This can be more serious than just losing money. It has happened before. I don't know what to do. Thankfully with COVID it's really hard for him to actually get a flight out to Ghana. Her brother is a prince a few countries to the east, isn't he? Look at me, I am the Nigerian prince now. One of my co-workers at the call center agreed to hook up with some customer because the customer thought he sounded cute on the phone after their 3-minute chat about her phone bill. He met her at a train station nearby and later told us she was 100% bunny boiler material, and he bounced before they were even meant to get off the train. No shit, Sherlock. What sane person asks random call center staff out on a date? What does bunny boiler material mean? It's a reference to the movie Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close. Michael Douglas didn't want her, so she boiled his family's pet rabbit. A woman who acts vengefully after having been spurned by her lover. Shat his pants at a house party because he heard the girl he was desperate to plow was into shit play. Not so surprisingly, the rumor wasn't true and the girl really wasn't into it. She screamed, threw her drink at him and ran away. The smell was so bad a few people threw up. My mate went a bit mental and threw shit at people who were laughing at him. The owner of the house threw pretty much everyone out, and my mate didn't stop drinking for about 2 weeks, as he didn't want to deal with the embarrassment. It's never mentioned anymore and he's with a lovely bird now. Hold up. Is this you trolling or true? For my mate's sake, I wish I were trolling. Oof. Brutal. A group of friends and I went to visit another friend in another town to hang out. When we were figuring out the sleep arrangements, one guy claimed that he has back problems and that he needs to sleep in a bed. Our friend was super nice and told him he could sleep in her bed if it was that bad. Then she got her sleeping bag out and laid it on the floor. He got super flustered and confused. Then asked her why she wasn't going to sleep in her bed with him. We all realized why he wanted the bed so badly and why he suddenly had back problems. We kicked him to the couch. Only reason he was never kicked out of the group is because he was best friends with half the guys. Bonus story, same guy would attempt to flirt with all the women in the group, even the ones that were dating people. He took a real liking to my GF at the time, now my wife, as he watched a lot of anime and got the yellow fever. He would constantly use Japanese phrases he picked up from the shows when he talked to her. Here's the fun part, my wife is of Asian descent, but not Japanese. OMG, cringe at the bonus story. LMFAO, what a loser. I was seeing this guy and went over his house, things got heated and we proceeded to make out. He pulled out his dick and pushed my head down. I had no intention of having sex as I asserted to him that I just wanted to hang out. He starts begging. Persists with please, only the tip, for 2 minutes. I dipped and the next day he proceeded to tell people that he recorded me giving him head, so I challenged him in front of everyone to post the video because I knew damn well it didn't exist. Fill up an empty bottle of clear liquor with water and then proceed to stand on a table and chug the entire thing. Okay, other posts in this thread are funny, but this is war crime. I appreciate his attempt to assert his dominance. At community college, this guy from one of my classes came up to me in the lunchroom and asked me to make a paper airplane. Apparently he didn't know how to make one, kinda weird, but who am I to judge? So I start making him one and he tells me he's gonna put his phone number on it and throw it at some cute girl eating her lunch. I thought this was odd because he was always walking with this girl I thought was his GF. Anyways, after I give it to him, he goes and throws it at this girl, except he misses and it lands on the floor next to her. So he walks up and repeats this until he hits her. It was incredibly awkward, but I give him props for having no fear or embarrassment about this.